Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table. This morning I'm making a couple of cards. One uses something I had made before, but the two that I'm working on right now, I'm using this really old stamp set from Stampin' Up called Mixed Bunch and the coordinating punch that goes with it. I have these papers, I believe they're Stampin' Up. I bought them at a yard sale last summer. I just love all the blues and the textures, and like some of them are almost white, but they have texture and just enough other color in them that they're not pure white. And I really like these, but I haven't done much with them, so I pulled them out this morning. Here I have two navy blue card bases. I'm just taking this 6x6, trimming it down to 4 by 5 1/4. Those are too small, I'll toss those, but these I will put in my blue bin. I really like having a stamp set and a coordinating punch. I know punches are more expensive, but sometimes they're just so nice to have because it's more efficient to stamp a bunch of these and punch them out than to do that same thing with a stamp and a die. At least it is for me. Other people may find it, they like it the other way around, but I'm really happy that I have this. I can just stamp out a bunch of them, grab the punch, and I only used 3 on my cards today, but I stamped and punched some extras because I kind of got inspired with an idea that I could use for a scrapbook page. So I just went ahead while I had the ink and the stamp and punch out and did a whole bunch of them. So I'm lining this up the best I can. I'm not super picky about that. As long as it works, I'm fine. And then I needed to trim this down so that I can get the punch in at the right angle. There we go. And I even did some where I stamped in navy and then I stamped off, so I have a lighter image, and I do use one of those lighter images today as well. And I do not have you watch all of this. Excuse me. In a minute here you'll see that I cut away, and I don't know what took me so long about getting this one centered. There we go. And here, now I have a whole bunch punched out, and I got ink on my thumb there, so I'm trying to get that off. I have these silver banners from a Close to My Heart wedding sticker sheet. And in the wedding pictures I'm doing, there's not really much silver. So some of this isn't going to go in that album, but I like silver and navy together. So I added them. Just 2 little shells on here. And I should have put the stickers on before I glued the patterned paper down. You would think after making cards for over 2 decades I would remember that, but I didn't. So now I have the backgrounds ready. I'm just deciding. For one of the cards I put 2 of the, they're not really flowers. The other things in the stamp set are, I don't know what these are, but I put 2 of them on there. And I have this love die cut that's layered. There's 2 white ones, but it doesn't show up enough. So I find the die and quickly cut another one, a navy blue one, to layer on top of the 2 whites, and that looks really nice. And now you see that I'm struggling with my little machine and I can't get it to like suction down to my table. And then I realize that's because I'm over a seam in the table and there's air coming through there a little bit. It's just a little seam, but it's not perfectly flat and even. So once I moved it up to the place you see it now, it stuck down nicely. So here's the navy blue. Probably my favorite color combination when I craft is navy blue and white. There's just something about that color combo that I really, really like. And I do in clothing too. Sometimes when I go shopping, I see something navy blue or blue and white that I like, and I'm like, no, you can't buy that. You have too many blue things as it is. There we go. Get that glued down. And I like that there is some white peeking out behind the blue. I already had a little bit of adhesive on here, so it's sticking to my table. There, I get it all even. I found this glue. This is Tombow multi something. I found it. I'm not teaching Bible class this quarter, and I found this in my Bible class basket of things that I take with me, and decided to put it to use because my Nuvo Deluxe that I use for scrapbooking is just about out. I do have some on order, but I didn't want to use it up on cards, so this is what I pulled out for this morning. I added some Stampin' Dimensionals to this piece, and I'm going to put glue in the center, and I have the dimensionals out on the tips. So that gives this some dimension. I add the word love. And now I grab my Tim Holtz book of little word stickers, and I just want to find the word you. I thought I had spotted it before, but I had to look through it again. There we go. And I add a tiny bit of glue back there. And now this card just says, love you. Now I'm going to do the other one, which I just do very similarly, except I think I decide to only do one image on there, and I stamp hello. This is a die cut from another Stampin' Up set of dies. I'm using it in the wedding album, so it's here on my desk, and I had a couple extra vellum pieces cut out, so I stamped this hello on vellum. Sorry that that ended up out of the screen. And I heat embossed it with clear embossing powder. And that makes it stand out enough from that busy patterned background that you can see it nicely in real life. I add some liquid adhesive where it's going to be under the punched out thing, and then I thought I grabbed my Creative Memories vellum adhesive, but I didn't. I grabbed the temporary, but you still can't see it. It worked out just fine. So there's the hello. And this one I decide to do the same thing and put the embossing, or I'm sorry, the Stampin' Dimensionals on, which I cut out. And there's that one. A little bit to trim off the edge here. And very quickly, I have 2 cards done. Even with figuring out what I was going to do, this probably took less than 35 minutes. So here they are, and I have these for later. Here's one that I had done the coloring part of it on another video, but I ended up not using it on the scrapbook page. So I just put it on some light gray cardstock with a white and light gray dotted background. And then I realized I forgot with these navy cards, I need something in the inside to be able to write on. And I keep a little bag of thin, cheap cardstock that's cut up and ready to be the inside of a card. And there we go. So I'm coming to the end of this. There are some still shots. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you make a card soon or get to scrapbook or do some other paper crafting. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.